today. So if I can figure out how I can set the calendar, then I'll do that.
You should have like
No, I like send people a link, but not like an edit link. Just a new link.
like you know what they should do?
You gave me an I just don't know where to find it.
So we should all Good afternoon. My name is Bo Yiling, and I'm here, and I'm pleased to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for this Eagle Scout Court of Honor. Evanston Troop 924 is chartered by Northminster Presbyterian Church. Our troop was first chartered in 1926, which makes the troop older than this beautiful sanctuary that we are in today. On behalf of the Scouts, Scoutmasters, Troop Committee, and the Troop 924 family, I would like to welcome you to this Eagle Court of Honor to meet to honor Zach Brown. This is indeed a special day in the life of this Scout and this troop. Before we begin our program, allow me to introduce a few very special people. Reverend Michael Kirby, Senior Pastor at Northminster Presbyterian Church. Tisha Martin, Troop Committee Chair. Dr. Klaus Richter, Assistant Scoutmaster. Linda Rockwell, Eagles Project Sponsor, watching via live stream. Chuck Pine, Order of the Arrow, Nemanche Chapter Advisor. Honor Guard, please escort Zach Brown to his seat. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to Zach's family who has joined us from near and far, and a shout out to everyone who is joining us today from home via live stream. Please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let me add my welcome to those you have already received on behalf of Northminster. We are thrilled to have you here. One of the things they say you do when you host people is make them comfortable. And one of the ways of making you comfortable is so you know where you are. When we have the reception, it's going to be right through those doors, that door right there, down the hallway, and you'll pass the washrooms on your way. So if you need those, they're right there. Friends, let us join together in prayer. Maker of all, Spirit of life and love, Creator of the mountains and the forests, it is good to be gathered here on the occasion of Zach receiving his Eagle Scout Award. We ask your blessings on him, his family, on all scouts, leaders, friends, and guests who are gathered here and observing virtually. You remind us that whenever we are blessed, it is to be a blessing to others. Remembering that, we're thankful for the service Zach has provided to this troop, our community and council, the memory of his great-grandmother, and the many members of Wise Up. We're thankful for all those who made this day possible, merit badge counselors, unit leaders, fellow scouts, and those who are part of Wise Up as well, all who have companioned him and given him strength, for the trail to Eagle is often hard and lonely. We're thankful for Zach's project and the joy it has brought to so many people and countless birds of the air. Most importantly today, we're thankful for Zach, for his commitment, his tenacity and patience, and all that he has put into his scouting career. Hear our prayers of thanksgiving and hope. Continue to bless him to be a blessing even as you bless our time together this afternoon. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Kirby. Audience, please remain standing. I would like to introduce Calvin Woldridge, Troop 924 Senior Patrol Leader, and Jacob Martin, Assistant Senior Patrol Leader.
Troop formation. Color guard, troop attention. Color guard, attention. Color guard, forward march. Color guard halt. Color guard about face. Color guard please post the colors. Bugler sound off. Please square off to the American flag and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Scout hand salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Please join me in the Scout oath and law. Scout sign. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Troop at ease, color guard dismissed to ranks.
You may be seated. The red of my flag is the lifeblood of brave men ready to die or worthily live for this our country. The white of my flag is for purity, cleanliness of purpose, thought, word, and deed. The blue of my flag is for faith and loyalty, like the eternal blue of the star-filled heavens. By the authority vested in me as a representative of the Council and National Council, Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Court of Honor to be duly convened. We have the honor and pleasure of recognizing Zach Brown for the award of Eagle Scout. The parents and Scout leaders whom we honor tonight have labored long and faithfully to develop him towards an alert, participating citizenship through the Boy Scout program. Their efforts culminate this evening in the presentation of the Eagle Award. The success of these efforts, however, will only manifest in the way this Eagle Scout himself sets a social pattern for whose lives he touches. Honor Guard, please escort before the Court of Honor Zach Brown, where he will be prepared to receive the highest rank conferred by the Boy Scouts of America, that of Eagle Scout.
I am the eagle. Since the beginning of time, man has used my brothers and me as a symbol of royalty, power, victory, authority, and valor. My strength and courage have inspired men throughout the ages. Ancient man looked upon me as an inveterate enemy of serpents. They saw the battle between the sun and the clouds as between an eagle and a serpent. The ancient Assyrians associated me with Ashur, the great sun god. I was awed and worshipped for my majestic beauty. In the Syrian myths, I was a symbol of storms and lightning and the god who carried souls to Hades. In India and Babylon, I was a symbol of fire, of wind and storms, and the bringer of immortality. In the golden age of Greece, I was a symbol of victory and supreme spiritual energy. I was the sacred bird of Zeus, the ruler of all gods. The Greeks represented me with wings outstretched like holding a serpent in my claws. Thus, I represented the triumph of good over evil. In Rome, I was a symbol of Jupiter, the supreme God. The Romans saw me as a symbol of victory. As Romans' legions conquered the world, they marched under the standard of the eagle with outstretched wings. The silver eagle was a symbol of the Republic, and the Roman Empire used the golden eagle as its symbol. I became the personal emblem of the Caesars, representing supreme authority. In the Middle Ages, I became the symbol of Germany, and as falconry flourished as a sport in Europe, only kings were allowed to hunt with an eagle. The rise of Christianity brought me still more honor. To the early Christians, the eagle was the symbol of ascension. This was due to the strong flight of the eagle with its gaze fixed on the sun. In early icons, I was best known as a symbol of St. John the Evangelist. In the 19th century, French troops under Napoleon conquered Europe under the symbol of the eagle. Many French soldiers gave their lives to protect the golden eagle, which supported the French flag on the battleground. On June 20th, 1782, I became the symbol of a new country. Because of my courage and my beauty, I was chosen to symbolize the new United States of America. The eagle became a prominent feature of the seal of the state in the new republic. From this early beginning, I have been used in almost many ways symbolizing the ideas of this country. Several states have the eagle on their state flags. You can find me on the coins of America from the start to this present day. I have a prominent place in America as in ancient Rome as a symbol of power and authority. The emblems of the president, the vice president, several members of the president's cabinet, and most branches of the armed forces center around the eagle. From the god of the Assyrians to the symbol of the Caesars to the emblem of this country, it was thus fitting that the eagle should have a part in the most momentous achievement of man. The Apollo 11 crew chose the eagle as the name of the lunar module, which is to make history. And with the words of Eagle Scout Neil Armstrong, Houston, tranquility base here, the eagle has landed, man was on the moon. In 1911, following tradition as Old Man himself, the Boy Scouts of America chose the eagle to symbolize that very highest achievement. Throughout all of history, I have been the symbol of man's best. Now the eagle is the symbol of scouting's best. In a moment, Bo Gilling will confer upon you the award of the Eagle Scout. However, I'm sure you will agree that some special persons should be accorded the privilege of standing with you, and in some measure sharing these high honors.
We are gathered here tonight to mark the end of a long journey up to the Trail of Eagle. Over 11 years ago, in September of 2010, Zach went to his first Cub Scout meeting at Lincolnwood Elementary School. After 2 years of Cub Scouts as part of PAC 924, Zach moved to PAC 922 at Walker Elementary for his Bear and Weeblos years. In February 2015, he crossed over and joined Evanston Troop 924. As a new scout, his first task was to learn the basics of scouting, including our ideals. Once he did that, he became a full-fledged scout and earned the Scout badge on May 19, 2015. His new badge didn't stay on his uniform long. That summer, Zach went to Camp Makajuan. He participated in the Trailblazer and quickly worked his way through the tenderfoot requirements. Zach earned 4 merit badges at camp that year, including 2 required for Eagle. On April 19, 2016, almost 6 years ago today, he became a tenderfoot scout. As he continued to be active in the troop, Zach learned about nature and orienteering and knot tying. Doing these things more earned him the second class rank on May 17, 2016. That summer, Zach returned to Camp Makajuan. He knocked out quite a few merit badges and mastered all the basic skills of scouting. On December 6, 2016, he became a first-class scout, and he truly was first class. The path ahead was less clear than the path that he had been following. Now he had to make some choices: which merit badges to earn, what troop offices to hold, where to spend his service hours, and with hard work and persistence, he made those decisions, completed the requirements, and earned his star rank on May 30th. The next rank, Life, seemed more difficult than Star, but Zach was up for the challenge. He earned merit badges like Citizenship in the Nation, Citizenship in the World, and Camping. Zach attended the 2017 National Scout Jamboree. He worked hard as a troop leader, completed more service hours, and became a Life Scout on January 17, 2018. one step away from Eagle. Zach's time as a Life Scout was busy learning new ways to lead. He was inducted into the Order of the Arrow, Scouting's National Honor Society in 2018, and completed his Order of the Arrow Brotherhood in 2019. Zach won the 2021 John B. Lichtenheld Award to recognize outstanding service by new members of the Makajuan Lodge. He served the troop as the OA representative and was elected as the OA Untitled Chapter secretary in 2021. But there was just one big hurdle left, the Eagle Scout project. Please welcome Loretta Hamilton to talk about Zach's Eagle project.
Zach was inspired to do his Eagle Scout project at a very young age. From the point he was 6 months old and up until 2020, we went to visit his great-grandparents every year, twice a year, where he got to see and experience the history of his family. The house was a white house that was built on a hill overlooking the river. It was a very slow-moving town. There wasn't a lot of activity, so he got to hear lots of stories and he got to see bits of the history. One of the key pieces of the history that he saw were the pictures that sat on the table by the fireplace. And those were pictures of his uncle and his father in their Eagle Scout costumes, or not costumes, uniforms. And he used to look at them and we'd point out and say, that's Uncle Ken, that's Uncle Kurt, that's Uncle Carl, and there's Daddy. And at age 3, he said, I want my picture up there with them. And so from age 3, he was already inspired to make a difference, to do and become an Eagle Scout, even though he didn't know what it was going to entail. As he grew older, he learned more about it. And when he was in kindergarten, he was so annoyed. He could not become a Cub Scout yet. And there were some hurdles along the way, getting to that point, but he kept strong on that, I want my picture with them. So he persisted, he entered a new troop, and he made it to Life Scout. And then the rubber hit the road. And it was a little bit more difficult because there was a lot more work involved. And yet he persisted. He still wanted to get there. And he knew if he didn't make it, he would regret it. So he continued to persist, and he met Linda. And he met her through one of the volunteer opportunities. And in talking with her, they discovered a project for Wise Up. And Linda will talk a little bit, she wasn't able to be here, but I've got her recording of what she wanted to say. But it was focused on older people and them not being lonely. By that point in his life, great-grandmother had just recently passed away. Great-grandma had recently passed away, and he knew that she was living in her house with company coming to visit, but she was living there for a long time by herself. And so this project that was to help elderly people who couldn't get out, who couldn't get around, was something that truly inspired him. And so what I'd like to share now is what Linda Rockwell, who was his sponsor, had to say about the benefits that came from doing the project. Wait, 1 second.
Hi, I'm Linda Rockwell, President of the Board of Directors of Wise Up Aging with Attitude, also now called North Shore Village Network. And I was privileged to work for nearly a year with Zachary Brown as he developed his project for our organization. And it was truly impressive to see his leadership skills and organizational abilities develop and grow over the course of the project, which earned him his Eagle Scout designation. Our organization's mission is offering social support and volunteer services to older adults who may be vulnerable to being socially isolated. So, especially during COVID, this was a real issue, as isolation, as we know, can jeopardize both mental and physical health. And it was such a thrill for several of our older adult members to receive the birdhouses that Zach and his team produced. It has been such an opportunity to bring them more smiles. They are enjoying watching for hours, because I'm happy to report that occupancy rate in those birdhouses this spring is just about 100%. So several of our most vulnerable members now have the joy of watching a new family getting created and living in their neighborhoods. So our members have been entertained and enjoyed tremendously sharing the news about the developments going on in their backyards and on their balconies. So we really are thrilled and grateful to Zach for his leadership, for choosing this project and helping our organization. And we'd like to share our gratitude, and I extend on behalf of our entire organization, congratulations, Zach, on earning your Eagle Scout. It's quite an accomplishment. Congratulations.
That's it?
Honor Guard, please escort the parents of the Eagle Scout candidate to his sides. As the special guests of tonight's National Court of Honor, Jim Woldridge will present the Eagle Award.
Does this thing work? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. I'm not Scoutmaster Bondurant, who was scheduled to speak today. I'm Jim Woldridge, and I'm not a Scoutmaster, nor was I an assistant, nor am I an assistant Scoutmaster, but I'm a member of the committee, and I'm an Eagle Scout myself, one who actually was a member of this troop way back when it was Troop 24. So was my brother, Michael Woldridge. If I was Scoutmaster Bondurant, this is probably the point in the speech where I talk a little bit about, what a privilege and an honor it is to get to see these scouts come in, at a young age, right? Small, talentless, completely unable to chew. But then get to watch them grow up into the scouts that we see here today. It really is something truly amazing to get to behold, to see that journey. The thing is I didn't get to see that journey so much with Zach. The truth is that I've only known Zach for a little over a year or so. I think I had my first conversation with Zach in Makajuan last summer. So when I was asked to speak, I think about 14 minutes ago? No. Oh, it's like 45 minutes ago. When I was asked to speak, I thought about, what I was going to say about Zach, because the truth is that I don't have that view of his full journey of scouting. But I have gotten to know Zach in some really smaller and very, very revealing contexts. A few months ago, I started working as an advisor to a couple scouts that were working towards their Eagle rank. Zach was not one of them. AJ, Oda, I'm working with Axel some. And to provide a little bit of guidance, a little bit of expertise about the journey, about some of the procedures. There's only one little problem, is I don't really know what I'm talking about. I don't. It's been like 20 years since I've done it, and my memory is shot. I could provide certain bits of guidance, but I had to really rely on a lot of other adults. But there's one person who has stepped up more than pretty much anybody else, and it's been Zach. His project was done, you know? He was waiting for his Eagle ceremony, and yet Zach has been selflessly putting himself out there, coming to all the meetings that we've had many times on a weekly basis, bringing his binder when I've asked for help and said things like, I need, like just literally 2 nights ago, I said, hey, can somebody, some of the three most recent Eagle Scouts share with Zach what his project plan looks like in PDF format within minutes. And I think that's, you know, I don't have a sense of the scope of where he's been from beginning to end. But I got to see him now, the person he is now. And I think he's pretty fantastic. You know, I think that you know, people ask me all the time, oh, they find out I'm an Eagle Scout. Oh yeah, I can tell you were an Eagle Scout. The truth is Eagle Scouts come in so many different sizes and shapes and personalities. I don't know what an Eagle Scout is, but I do know that I've gotten to know Zach a little bit over the last year, and Zach, he's an Eagle Scout. And I'm really proud that I've gotten the chance to know him. So I think I have a script. Hold on. Now I'd like to read a letter from the Chief Scout Executive of the Boy Scouts of America. Dear Zachary, congratulations, you're now an Eagle Scout. In completing all of the requirements, you've mastered many valuable skills and made the Scout Oath and Law part of your life. What you've accomplished is impressive. It's also pretty rare. Fewer than 7 out of every 100 Scouts ever achieve this rank. It means you've dedicated yourself, put in the hours, and most important, found ways to benefit your community. Remember that your name now appears on an exclusive list whose members have excelled in fields from business to government to education. The common trait you all share is leadership. We're counting on you to aim high and continue leading by your service and example. Again, congratulations and best wishes for many more successes. This is for you.
No one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness from the mother of this Eagle Scout, which have led us to this night. As a symbol of what Zach's mom has made possible, the court now asks to present to Loretta a miniature eagle pin. Your dad has stood by you over the years and has offered his encouragement and assistance. As a symbol of what he has contributed to your attainment of this award, the court now asks you to present him with a miniature eagle pin. The court thanks Jim Woldridge for coming tonight and assisting in the presentation of the Eagle Award to Zach Brown. Please welcome National Eagle Scout Association representatives Kurt Brown and Carl Brown for a special presentation.
virtue of earning the Eagle Award, you are now eligible to become a member of the National Eagle Scout Association. You have been enrolled as a lifetime member in the association, and we have the honor of presenting your lifetime member neckerchief and square knot to you.
Fail not your fellow Eagles, for your responsibilities are now greater than before. As you go forward in life, receiving other honors and awards, always remember this time when you became an Eagle Scout.
You are now about to join the ranks of the Eagle Scouts. Before doing so, however, we ask you to recommit yourself to Scouting's essential principles. Dr. Kenneth Brown, an Eagle Scout and Zach's uncle, will assist by delivering the Eagle Charge.
Will all the Eagle Scouts in the audience stand and form a line near the lectern, please? I have the honor to give you the Eagle Charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in Scouting. Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You've been judged by the Boy Scouts of America being worthy of the highest rank in this great movement. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you know, is one of honor, responsibility, and you are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed the solemn obligation to your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has had a great past. You can help make the future even greater. I charge you, Zach Brown, to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task that you do and every office that you hold to the high level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. We We have too many who use their strength and their brains to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and ability to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, and unselfish citizenship in reverence to God, and whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every scout may be justly proud. Zach Brown, you will now rededicate yourself by repeating the scout oath. Repeat it slowly as you stand before the 3 lighted candles, representing the 3 parts of the scout oath. Resolve to demonstrate the perseverance that has brought you this far.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to guard my country and to obey the Scout law. Help other people at all times. Keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You have rededicated yourself to the principles of scouting, but one more thing is important, and that's your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other scouts of lower rank. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions now are a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility will not only reflect upon you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. The torch that you carry is not only yours, but it is ours as well. I challenge you to enter this Eagle Brotherhood, holding ever before you without reservation the ideal of honor and service by the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members. You will become an Eagle Scout. Though the words that you use are similar to those that you used when you joined Scouting, they will mean more now than they ever could have meant at any time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. And with the words which close the Declaration of Independence, Scouts, parents, and guests, please stand. Zach Brown, I want you and all of the Eagle Scouts to please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance.
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the 3 promises of the Scout Oath.
to the 3 promises of the Scout Oath.
To thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
To thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout.
On my honor,
On my honor,
I will do my best
I will do my best
to make my training an example,
to make my training an example.
my rank and my influence
My rank and my influence
count strongly
strong
for better scouting,
for better scouting,
for better citizenship
for better citizenship
in my troop,
in my troop,
in my community,
in my community,
in my contacts with other people.
in my contacts with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Scouts, parents, and guests, you may be seated. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath that you have taken remain engraved on your heart forever. Fellow Eagle Scouts, you may return to your seats, but Jen Woldridge, please continue.
We are not through yet, because in addition to earning 21 merit badges required for Eagle Scout, Zach earned another 15 merit badges. Now, for every merit badge over the 21, for every 5 merit badges over the 21, a scout earns an Eagle Palm, and Zach has earned a gold, silver, and a bronze palm. Congratulations. I put them in the wrong hand for the shake. I would like to now introduce Mel Ellingson from the United States Marine Corps League for a special presentation.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure being here today to recognize Zachary Hamilton Brown for his achievement in the rank of Eagle Scout. Before I begin, I'd like to recognize all the active duty and veterans of America's armed services who are in attendance. I want to thank all of you for your service to our country and the cause of freedom. Millions of people around the world have freedom and hope because of the sacrifices you made while serving in uniform. Please stand so I can recognize you. Thank you for your service. A moment ago, I said I was here to recognize Zachary Brown for his achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. I'm doing that as a member of the Lake County Detachment 801 Marine Corps League and as a veteran Marine. Eagle Scouts and Marines share a common bond in the principles and ideals that they uphold. Each of these great institutions is built upon such values as honor, courage, and commitment. Zachary Brown, let these principles continue to guide you throughout life, and you can accomplish anything. Eagle Scout is a title that's earned and never given. It is yours forever. Aside from the rifle, the knife is a very prized possession for the Marines. Every scout knows that a knife is a tremendous useful tool for tasks that is a constant challenge in the field. First carried by the Marines in the Pacific during World War II, these knives have earned a respected place in the United States Marine Corps. The Northwest Suburban Detachment of the Marine Corps League takes great pleasure in presenting to you this USMC K-Bar on behalf of your parents. Please be careful. It's very, very sharp. Thank you. This is yours too.
I would like to now introduce Tisha Martin, our troop committee chair, to say a few words.
Zach Brown has a reputation of being one of the nicest, most helpful scouts in the troop. This is really saying a lot because there's a lot of great individuals in our troop. From the time that I've known him, I've always known him to be especially helpful at troop meetings and OA meetings and campouts. He's constantly helping others, whether it's helping mentor others, helping with scouts with their requirements. I've even brought Cub Scouts, and he's helped with their advancements. And there's especially been times when he's helped an older scout like myself with technology like an app called Slack. And Zach has always been compassionate and giving friend. And it was made all the more apparent when we drove up for our week to 2 week long annual summer camp. I was one of those parents that made that journey, and before I left, I noticed that there was one scout in particular that was having kind of a rough time. And he was a bit nervous about being away from home for so long, and Zach, being the person that he was, he took notice of this, came over and sat with the scout, talked with him, and gave him the comfort that he needed in that time. And on my way home, I thought to myself, wow, what a beautiful moment that was. Zach, being the person that he was, came over, took notice, and not everyone would do that. But his generosity didn't end there, because in the middle of the night, the same scout woke up and he needed to walk around for a bit. And Zach, he could have done any number of things, but he chose to wake up and help him, walk with him, made sure that he was safe, and made sure that he had a buddy. And then when the scout was ready to return, he patiently guided him back and made sure that he was safe back in his tent. And Zach could have done any number of things, but he chose to help. He's unfailingly kind and unselfish and always generous with his time when it truly matters the most, when no one is watching. He didn't do it for accolades. He did it because it was the right thing to do for someone else at that time of need. Zach has earned his Eagle rank months ago, and he could be choosing to do any number of things like his other peers might be doing, spending time with friends, prioritizing other activities, and indulging in senioritis. But instead, what he's doing is he's helping bring up a new generation of leaders within our troop and within the OA. He's helping others earn their Eagle ranks, giving them advice, as Jim mentioned. So Zach, while you should be really proud of yourself for achieving Scouting's highest honor, I really hope that you're most proud of the moment that I just described. I hope that you're most proud of yourself for your strength of character, your commitment to this troop, your enormous heart, and your extreme empathy. We're so very proud of you, Zach. And as committee chair, it is my great honor and my great privilege to be able to provide you a gift from Troop 924.
Thank you, Tisha. And one final presentation from our OA chapter advisor, Chuck Pint.
So I got to go on record to correct Bo slightly. I'm the Namakani chapter advisor. That's the correct pronunciation, sorry. In any case, I'm up here because my understanding is that now that Zach is 18, he's going to become an assistant scoutmaster for your wonderful troop. And I'm here to present his assistant scoutmaster patch. But it's not your normal assistant scoutmaster patch. I know you all won't be able to see it from back there, but this patch has a red arrow. And you'll notice that red arrow is in the background. And that's the red arrow of the Order of the Arrow. And the reason I emphasize it's in the background is because Zach's primary responsibility as an assistant scoutmaster is to his troop. But this signifies that in the troop, he is the Order of the Arrow advisor for the troop. And so his second position, therefore, is the Order of the Arrow. So, thank you, Zach, for taking this very important position.
Well, Zach, the time is here. It is time to move your name plaque one more time. May have done this out of order, but it's time to give. Trust me. All right, let's give Zach one more round of applause. It's pretty amazing to see these names starting to fill up the Eagle, under the Eagle rank, isn't it? It's really exciting to see this troop moving forward. I just want to say, I think Zach has really provided a model here that I hope we can all emulate. It is super easy to be all about ourselves, isn't it? It's all for all of us, right? Young or old, it's really easy to just get into ourselves and our own advancement. And here's a scout who's achieved the highest rank, who made his time after achieving that rank about helping others. And I think that that's really what scouting is all about. You know? And I would charge all of you scouts, no matter what rank you're in, let others help you. Certainly, but my challenge to you is to continue to help others to achieve everything that they can. We've got a lot of scouts right here who are right on the cusp of potentially seeking the Eagle themselves. And if you do, you will find that it is probably far more challenging than you probably anticipated. In many ways, it's far more lonely, particularly if you're in when you get into the upper grades in high school, and you've got so many other things on your plate, and you look around and you probably don't know many other people who are seeking what you are seeking. But the thing is it is a worthy, if you feel that it's worthy, it is truly worthy. But if you make it not about yourself and about the scouts around you, you'll find that they help carry you across the finish line. So, thank you, Zach. Congratulations, Zach. Would you like to say a few words?
Give me a second here. This mic is on. All right. So yeah, I actually brought my speech up here. Bear with me if it doesn't sound perfect. I had one that I spent a couple hours on, and then it wasn't going anywhere, so I started over again last night. So I want to get a couple people that I just wanted to say thank you to, just because they went above and beyond with helping me get to where I am. And so I want to thank my parents, because in scouting, they've always been there to provide help. If I need to go somewhere, they'd help me go somewhere. If I needed help getting something done, they would suggest ways that they could help without doing it for me. I want to thank Miss Linda Rockwell, who is joining us virtually right now. Without her, this project wouldn't exist, and I wouldn't be an Eagle Scout. So I want to say a really big thank you, and also a thank you to Mr. Ransom there in the back for helping me connect with Miss Rockwell and making sure that that all went to plan. I want to send a thank you to my uncles and my dad for providing that a little bit of importance around the Eagle Scout rank that really pushed me to get through even when times got difficult. I want to give a big thank you to all the scouts and all the other volunteers who were involved with the project or who donated to the project, because without you, this would have been either a lot more difficult or not done at all. I also want to give a really big shout out to Wise Up for letting me do this project with them. And I also want to give a shout out to the members at Wise Up who asked for a birdhouse, because it wouldn't matter if I wrote up a really good project about building birdhouses for seniors or doing anything kind for them if no one wanted a birdhouse. So that's a main group of people who I want to thank. I would like to call my mom up here to receive an Eagle Scout pin or medal. That should be so I presented my mom with the mentor pin, or what I hope is a mentor pin. No one will know if it's wrong or not. Let's see. And then can I have Dr. Richter please come up to the stage to receive his mentor pin? All right, and then two other people who could not make it today for various reasons will also be receiving pins, and that will be Miss Linda Rockwell and Mr. Marcelo Bondurant. So let's get into the speech, that way I can get this done. So for me, Eagle Scout has always been something that's very important to me, that I knew that I wanted from a young age. I remember going to my great-grandmother's house, and I'd look at the floor pictures of Eagle Scouts over the fireplace, and I already knew that I wanted my picture up there as well. And it was a lot more difficult than I thought. Going through Cub Scouts, especially, at that point, they effectively give you your rank, or what it feels like when you look back on it, because it wasn't really ever a challenge. I almost felt like, to an extent, all I had to do was show up. And then getting into Scouts, after I got my Scout rank and then my Tenderfoot, the following ranks through Life Scout were all of the relatives the same difficulty to me. The big thing that really helped me back was Tenderfoot. I needed a board review, and I was really nervous, so that sort of delayed my Tenderfoot rank by a couple months. And I want to sort of put into perspective like how difficult it is to get the Eagle Scout, or at least for me, how difficult it was. I got my Life Scout in January 2018. I didn't get my Eagle Scout board review passed until November of 2021. That is a long time, and that's the amount of time that if I was smarter, I would have gone directly from Life Scout into working on my Eagle Scout, but I sort of put it off because I thought I have a lot more time than what I actually ran into. And my dad he gave me a warning about this ahead of time as well. He told me, you know, when you get into high school, your priorities are going to change. You're going to want to spend more time with your friends and just not have the same amount of time after school. So I started to feel like my back was a little bit up against the wall when I was 16, almost 17, didn't have a project done, didn't really ever have a project left, well, to even start it yet. And so I was at a Boy Scout volunteering event with the VFW, and I met Miss Linda Rockwell there, and I didn't really think anything of it until I think it was just a couple weeks later. I was talking to my former neighbor, now he's moved a little bit further away, Mr. Ransom, about my Eagle Scout, and he recommended to me Miss Linda Rockwell. So I started talking with her. We figured out it would be pretty difficult to do a project for the VFW, so we went with Wise Up, which is another organization that she's part of. And so I got to work writing on that project, and that was a challenge. I had just finished high school at that point, so I thought my writing, had improved a bit. And I will say it's kind of like disheartening when you get back your project proposal and you think you did a pretty good job writing it up, and some people, like right there in the front, gave you about 2 to 3 pages of like comments, maybe like a couple paragraphs of writing. So that was a little bit hard to get used to at first. I wouldn't say it ever got harder or more difficult. It got a little bit easier, but not a lot easier. But I think learning to take criticism over your work and like feedback in general is something that's very important and is going to help me later on in life. And even still, during that phase, there was times where I thought, well, maybe I want to quit. But I sort of knew the entire time that if I never got my Eagle Scout, it might not be a big deal for me in the grand scheme of things. But I also knew that it would haunt me for the rest of my life, and it would be something that I would continue to regret. And so I eventually got it done. I got it written up. I got it taken care of. And, I thought, hey, I did the project. I'm done. No, I still need to do my post-project write-up. So I sort of didn't have that on my mind for a while, so it came down to like October of 2021. I was like, uh-oh, my birthday's in like a month. Better get that done. So I kind of regret not getting that done just beforehand. That way I didn't feel like my back was as much up against the wall. But I do think that after you get your Eagle Scout, you begin to realize what are your goals in life and how you can achieve them. And I feel like it becomes a lot easier to make plans to achieve those goals after you get your Eagle Scout. And I think what I want to talk about most around my Eagle Scout are the people who affected me the most. And those are the people that I may have met through school, may have met at Scouts, may have just met passing by on the street. I want to really thank them because whether they realize it or not, they are the people who made me what I am today. And it really means a lot to me. And I think I'm starting to wrap up my speech. Just always remember, if you ever in any situation feel like you're starting to hit roadblocks or it's taking a little bit too long, take a step back, go out, do something fun, and then come back and try and tackle that problem again. And so I guess I will just close this out with a quote from someone who I looked up to a lot as a kid. So it is, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to look around once in a while, you just might miss it. And if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. Thank you.
I now declare this National Court of Honor closed. I ask the members of the court and all Eagle Scouts present to be the first to congratulate Scouting's newest Eagle Scout. Following this, everyone will have the opportunity to do so at a brief reception. Pastor Kirby, will you lead us in the benediction?
Let us again pray. Holy One, this cord of honor marks the end of one journey. Now a new journey begins with a commitment to better scouting where all may participate. Bless all of Zach's future endeavors. Walk with him wherever his life takes him. Give him your strength, your compassion, your wisdom, and your love. May each of us be committed to scouting's ideals, which instruct us to lead better lives, to be better citizens, and to be a better example of leadership. May we, like Zach, always follow our own trails, discovering who we are by striving into the unknown, with compassion and care for others. And may God be with us all, now and always. Amen.
Calvin Woldridge, please lead us in the closing prayer.
Troop formation. Are there any adult messages? No? Oh yeah, Mrs. Martin.
I'd like to thank Pastor Kirby for letting us use our sanctuary today and for continually supporting youth ministry for doing that.
Are there any other adult messages? Yeah, Mr. Donovan.
OA members. I know to me, excuse me. I like to think I've had a few people come up to me for helping out with elections, and if you want to help out, they're a lot of fun, pretty short. I'm sure I have a day open for you. Please come talk to me after or during the reception, or just email me anytime, and I'd really appreciate your help.
Thank you. Are there any other adult messages? Mr. Wright.
So if you sign up, I passed out the little slips to everybody at the meeting last week, and as your registration info on it, please go on and pay your deposits so that we can sign up for your efforts.
Thank you. Are there any other remaining adult messages? No? All right. Scoutmaster's benediction. And now, may the great master of all true scouts be with us till we meet again. Troop, attention. Color guard, attention. Color guard, please retrieve the colors. Bugler, sound off. Color guard, forward march. Troop at ease. Troop dismiss. Color guard dismiss.